Yo, what's going on, boys? Welcome back to the channel. And today, man, we're gonna do a little something different. EA is not dropping any content this week, so I'm trying to spread myself thin here. And I saw a bunch of people are doing some playoff predictions, so I figured I'd jump on the bandwagon for that and give you guys my opinions. I do want to preface by saying I am a Saints fan, so please lay off my nuts if I get a little bit too Saints happy. Okay, I'm trying my best to not be biased here, but you know we all do the same thing. Okay, you Colts fans down there at the bottom, you all think you're gonna beat the Bills. Come on, don't lie. It just is what it is. Make sure you guys smash that like button, subscribe, leave a comment down below. Tell me I'm dumb. Tell me I'm smart. Give me your predictions down below. Who you think is going to be in the Super Bowl. Some of these matchups are really interesting, and like as you go farther down the bracket, we have a potential for some really good ass games. So let's go ahead and just jump right into this. So we're going to start on the AFC side, and up the top you see we got Tennessee and Baltimore. That's a really good game just based off last season in the playoffs, where Derrick Henry absolutely annihilated the Ravens defense. The Ravens went out and got some defensive line help. They got Calais Campbell out there now. They got Yannick. So they got some assistants out there. I don't know. The Titans haven't really thrilled me this season, but neither have the Ravens. Both teams have had their really bad moments. Like the Titans got beat pretty badly by the Bengals. The Ravens had some bad losses, but they've been playing really well these last few weeks. Ever since that Browns game, that kind of re-sparked their season. So I'm gonna listen. Lamar Jackson needs to get over the hump. If he loses this game, that's like, I know the team, they don't have the best team in the NFL this year like they had last year when the playoffs started. But he's got to win a playoff game, man. He's 0 for 2. The first one was kind of iffy because it wasn't really his team yet, but he still started, or he still played. You know what I mean? So you lost, and then he got obliterated last year. He played like garbage. So you gotta step up this year, man. It's the same team. Don't let them beat you again. I'm going to give Lamar the benefit of the doubt and say that they actually win this game. I'm not going to do score predictions because that's too goddamn impossible to get right, but the Baltimore Ravens are going to move forward. Then we got the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cleveland Browns. First of all, shout out to the Browns. Okay, as a Cubs fan in baseball, I can tell you right now, I know how it feels to be the laughing stock of your sport, okay? It's very strange for me to see Cleveland right there in that playoff bracket. And you know what, dude? I've been pulling for Cleveland. I really have. That game they played against Baltimore was one of the games of the year, and Baker Mayfield shut all the haters up, and now he has a real opportunity to cement himself as being worthy of the #1 overall pick by going in here and beating the Pittsburgh Steelers. The Steelers have been struggling a little bit down the stretch. This last game of the season, first of all, you gotta understand, regular season doesn't matter, okay? Yeah, Pittsburgh hung around with Cleveland with Mason Rudolph starting, but that doesn't matter. This is a new game. Any given Sunday, Steelers been struggling. Big Ben's arm strength is a little bit suspect. But it's not just that. It's the fact that when he does hit his receivers, they don't catch it. That's their biggest problem. And Deontay Johnson's done a little bit better of a job catching the ball these last couple of weeks. But I don't know. The Browns secondary is kind of depleted. I don't know if they have any guys coming back from injury or not. I haven't read the injury report or whatever. But I'm going to go out on a limb, and I'm going to do something that not many people have probably done in their predictions, and I'm actually going to pick the Cleveland Browns. And I know Steelers fans are going to lose their minds, okay? But it's just what I want to see. I want to see the Cleveland Browns win a playoff game. I think that would be like, other than the Saints win the Super Bowl, that would be the happiest thing I could feel right now, is the Browns winning a playoff game. Shout out to Baker Mayfield, and Kevin Stefanski's done a great job coaching them. And they're going to pull off the upset here. So, and that's good news for Baltimore. And we'll get into that a little bit later. And then we come down here to Buffalo and Indiana, and or Indianapolis, excuse me. That's just a bad draw for the Colts. The Buffalo Bills are the hottest team in the league right now. They're obliterating everybody. The Dolphins had a must-win game. They have one of the better defenses in the entire league, and the Bills hung 56 on them with their starters benched in the second half. Like, these guys are playing for real. If Aaron Rodgers didn't have such a ridiculous touchdown to interception ratio, Josh Allen would probably win MVP. And the only thing lacking on the Bills really is their run game. It's kind of suspect. They don't really have a standout running back. Defense is pretty decent, but their pass game is right up there with like the Packers and the Buccaneers as just being like next level unstoppable right now. So I'm going to go ahead and push them forward. That's one of the easier picks here in the first round. So then we move over to the NFC. The Packers have the bye over there. Shout out to the Packers. We have Washington and Tampa Bay. Listen, Alex Smith, the Comeback Player of the Year award should be called the Alex Smith Award. All right, he is. It's not about stats. If it was a statistical award, Big Ben would win. It's not about that. It's about what did you go through and how and where are you now. The dude almost died. He led his team to the playoffs. I don't care about the circumstances. 7-9, whatever. 7-9 teams have made the playoffs and won before. Look at Seattle against New Orleans. It happens. They won the division. That's what you're supposed to do. You earn a playoff spot if you win your division. Alex Smith came in, won the division. Here he is. Unfortunately, he pulled Tom Brady. And if you guys were in my live stream chat the other night, I don't bet against Tom Brady almost ever. And it's just hard for me to believe that that team is going to lose to Washington. If they do, that is a horrible failure of a season to bring all that talent in here just to lose to Washington. It would be cool to see because of Alex Smith, but I'm definitely picking Tampa Bay to go ahead and get up out of there with a win. And yeah, Tom Brady. I just don't see Tom Brady losing in the first round to Washington, man. I just don't see it happening. Then we come down here to Seattle and the Rams. This is interesting. I don't know if Jared Goff's going to play. I'm sure he's going to try to play, but I don't know how much his thumb's going to affect his, his arm. But regardless, I don't trust either of these teams. And Seattle barely beat San Francisco with no starters on the field. The Rams lost to the Jets. Like, they've both kind of just pitter-pattered themselves to the finish line here. But I just think I trust Russell Wilson more than I trust even Jared Goff if he's playing. So I think they're going to take this one. It's a divisional game though, so anything can happen. But I'm gonna go with Seattle. I just think they're a more trustworthy playoff team than the Rams. And yeah, I'm gonna pick Seattle for this one. Shout out to DK Metcalf. Saints and Bears. Last year the Saints lost in the first round, the wild card round. That was the second time that's ever happened in the Sean Payton era. The only other time was when they lost to the Seahawks the year after they won the Super Bowl. So everybody likes to laugh at us and be like, haha, the Saints can never win. We usually win the first game, okay? We choke later on in the playoffs. And with the Bears being here, Mitch Trubisky, like, honestly, if we lose this one, Drew Brees should retire and just like, I wouldn't even know what to say if we lost this game, to be honest with you. I said in the stream last night, I'm not getting my hopes up for the Saints to win all these games, but I am going to pick them to win this game. And, because it just doesn't make sense for the Bears to win. So hopefully the Saints can pull it off. They're going to go ahead and move on up into the next bracket. So we'll head back over to the AFC. And because what I was saying earlier is what was good for the Ravens is because the Browns win, the Ravens get to avoid the Chiefs. Now we'll figure out if that's a good thing or not. But we got the Chiefs sitting here playing the Browns. And I feel like this is a better matchup than it looks like. But I just think this is where it comes to an end for the Cleveland Browns right here. The Chiefs are they're the defending champions. I can't pick the Browns to beat the defending champs. I just can't do it. Mahomes is next level. With that depleted secondary in Cleveland, assuming it's still going to be that way, I just don't see how they get it done against the Chiefs unless Baker Mayfield has a day. So I'm going to go with the Chiefs to go ahead and move on to the conference championship game. And then we have Buffalo and Baltimore. Buffalo does not want to see this, I don't think. I'm going to be honest, but I don't think the Ravens can keep up on offense. It's the thing about the Ravens is like, will you stop their run game or not? Okay, they have like this ridiculous streak of like 30-something games with 200 rushing yards or more in a row, and that's outrageous. Okay, and they're going to continue to win games if they continue to do that. So can the Bills stop the Ravens on the ground? I don't know, but what I do know is that they're going to put up points on the Ravens, and I am going to pick the Bills to win this game. But Lamar finally got a win, and they can build on that. But the Bills are just next level right now. All right, so in the NFC, the Packers and the Buccaneers. Now, this one might get some people here. This one might get my comments. This might increase the dislikes a little bit on the video here. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 6 teams besides the Packers in the NFC playoff picture. Only one of those teams has a quarterback that's capable of going into Lambeau in the snow and winning a game. And that's Tom Brady. I'm watching, and I know they're playing weaker teams, but sometimes that's what you need is to beat up some weaker teams to get your confidence up. And I was watching the Packers and the Bears game, and it was just Aaron Rodgers looked a little off. The Bears dropped like 3 picks that I saw, and I don't know, man. There's something about it. I was saying this in the stream. I'm going with Tampa Bay, man. It kills me as an NFC South rival to pick the Buccaneers, but I just can't pick Aaron Rodgers over Tom Brady in this game. I don't know why. Realistically, the Packers are more than likely going to win the game, but my gut is telling me to pick the Buccaneers here, and so that's what I'm going to do. The Packers are a better team, but my gut says Bucs, so there they go. Now we got New Orleans and Seattle. If we had fans, this would be an easy W for the Saints. And that goes for a lot of the teams as well. That also plays a factor in the Green Bay thing. Like, playing in the cold is one thing, but playing in the loud cold is like next level. So having no fans in the dome or limited fans is kind of unfortunate. Seattle is a very good offense, and this is the game right here. This right here, will the Saints choke or not? That's what this game is. Like every single year in the playoffs, this is where it happens right here. I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say, listen, if this is really Drew Brees last year, are we gonna go out choking again? I just can't pick that happening. I cannot predict that happening. It's just, there's, in my head, how can it happen again? So I'm gonna move them forward. They're gonna go to the conference championship game again, where they were with the Rams a couple years ago. So now we have Chiefs, Bills, Saints, and Buccaneers. Chiefs and Bills, man, this might be one of the best games we see all year long in the 2020-2021 season. This could surpass the Browns and the Ravens game. I mean, when you look at this matchup here, we could see some incredible things on the field, especially on offense from these quarterbacks. The reason for my decision here is going to be because Mahomes has been there, done that, and this is Josh Allen's first time in the spotlight of trying to get to the Super Bowl. And nothing against Josh Allen, but we watched Mahomes last year, man, and he knows how to get it done. And I trust that team and that coaching staff is going to get it done against the Bills. It's a great run by the Bills if they make it this far, and even if they lose here, great run, and they got a really nice foundation there. I don't think this is the year for them, though. Chiefs, still in my eyes, the Chiefs are the next level team in the AFC, and I can't pick them to lose, unfortunately for the Bills. But then we go to the NFC, and Drew Brees and Tom Brady Part 3. We tapped their cheeks twice. That's not going to happen here. This is going to be a very close, nail-biting game, and this is going to be the first time my bias sets in here. I'm just going to pick the Saints to win this game. It's very likely that we lose, just considering how badly we beat them. I mean, we humiliated Tom Brady and the Buccaneers. Like, people were questioning their ability to even make the playoffs after that game. So they're gonna be out for some blood, and I'm a little bit nervous about it. But I can't not pick my boys to get to the Super Bowl. Do you know how hard it is as a fan of a team to not pick them to win every game? Like, I'm sitting here like, I don't want to pick the Saints to get to the Super Bowl because people are going to think I'm being biased. But bro, how can you not be biased? It's impossible. Anyways, I tried. Super Bowl, Chiefs Saints rematch. That game was really good. And Drew Brees was coming back from his rib injury and played awful in the first quarter, but started picking them apart in the second half. I think this could be a really good game. And again, the bias is going to set in. I'm going with the Saints. It's because I want to see it, man. This is 95% chance this is Drew Brees last season. You know, I keep thinking about Peyton Manning, right? Like, Peyton Manning was like 40 years old. He didn't have the arm strength anymore. His defense carried him. They beat a really good team in the Panthers. And he got that second ring and rode off into the sunset. And it just seems like the same thing is going to happen here. We've had all these letdowns for the last 3 years in a row. And with this being Drew Brees last year, it seems like it's aligning for that. Like, it was destined for him not to get his ring until his last season. I don't know. We could just as easily lose to the Bears as we could win the Super Bowl, but that's the NFL. That's what, when you have a one-game tournament, you only get one shot. Anything can happen. Any of these games I predicted could be wrong. And that's why I love the NFL playoffs, man. They're one of my favorite times of the year. This is why people love March Madness for college basketball so much, because all it takes is one time, and a 16 seed beats the 1 seed, and everybody's losing their minds. So anything can happen. I'm very excited, man. Like I said, I got a little bit biased there in the conference championship and the Super Bowl. I do think the Saints are going to get to the conference championship game, though. I do actually really think that. What happens after that? By the way, I do want to point this out. If it's the Packers and not the Buccaneers in that NFC championship game, the Saints aren't going to the Super Bowl. We're not going into Lambeau Field and winning that game. There's no chance. I just wanted to make sure the Packers fans understand that I respect them as a team. There's absolutely no way in hell the Saints are going to win in that weather up there. So yeah, Saints Super Bowl, big shocker for me. Let me know what you guys think down below. Feel free to hit the dislike button if you don't agree. I know people are mad. Everybody gets mad when their teams get kicked out of the playoff bracket predictions. It is what it is. I respect all of these teams for making it, especially in a crazy season with injuries and COVID and all this stuff. These 14 teams right here persevered, got to the playoffs, and they all deserve a ton of respect. And let the best team win, man. Let the best team win. I'll catch you guys in the next video. We'll be back with some Madden gameplay. I just wanted to get this one out for you guys. Subscribe if you're new here, and we will catch you guys next time. Peace.